the Court of Appeal, the new President Daniel Musinga officially took office with the perennial crisis case backlog dominating the event. And it emerged during the elaborate ceremony that there were a whopping 7,598 pending cases at the appellate court at the end of the 2019-2020 period. Waihiga Mwaura reports on the pileup that was worsened by the delayed appointment of new judges nominated to join the court.
It has been described as the court of last resort for the vast majority of legal matters, a sign of how integral the Court of Appeal is in the dispensing of justice. But this same court had suffered a chronic manpower crisis until the swearing in of 7 judges a week ago, with Justice Daniel Musinga as their new president.
It has been said here the capacity of this court until a week ago was almost at its threshold, only 13 judges out of an establishment of 30.
The court was actually in danger of being deemed in breach of the Constitution because of the quorum hitch, which, according to Chapter 10, Article 164(1)(a) of the Supreme Law, which stipulates that, and I quote, "There is a court of appeal which shall consist of the number of judges being not fewer than 12, end quote. According to the State of the Judiciary Report 2019-2020, there were 2,620 cases filed at the Court of Appeal. Less than 50%, at 1,074, were resolved. Meanwhile, at the High Court, 23,602 cases were filed, with almost 90 of them being resolved at 22,735.
With only 20 judges, the backlog in the Court of Appeal will keep spiraling to unprecedented proportions.
A congested in-tray for the new president of the court, Justice Daniel Musinga, who has been handed some manpower support that his predecessor did not enjoy in the swearing in of the 7 judges.
I'm glad to announce that the Court of Appeal judges will now revert to sitting in the Court of Appeal stations outside of Nairobi that have been inoperative since 2019 due to the shortage.
My administration, as the head of this court, will adopt an open-door policy. We will listen to ideas that will assist in promoting efficient and effective service delivery.
But the president of the court was also challenged to revitalize the image of independence and integrity of the court at a time when appellate judges have been accused of overriding decisions of judges of lower courts in an irregular manner.
There is a widely held view that the Court of Appeal is mapped by the executive. My Lord, the President, until the swearing in of 7 judges of the Court of Appeal last week, 5 or fewer judges were categorized as available for executive bidding.
We must be careful. Those who have been accused to map and those who make allegations of mapping, we must be careful on how we propagate this, as it will impinge on the integrity of the whole governance system in Kenya.
The courts play a crucial role when it comes to access to justice, which will allow for the release of money and assets tied up in litigation for many years. Waihiga Mwaura, Citizen TV.